Hello, it's the new host. My name's Mr. Puddin Pop, and I have a very cool announcement. We have a Silent Hill dev. His name's Jeremy Blaustein. Yeah, we're having him in the QuakeNet and IRC chat. Um, his tag is J Blau. He will be answering questions and providing insight to the game. Thanks. We have a donation from Superfly of $10. Well, we better make that Metroid Fusion canon. Save those animals. We also have $50 for E. Williams, also known as Hemo Bill. Thank you for putting on a great event. Keep up the great work, everyone. Can't wait to see how much we raise. We have a $100 anonymous donation, and it simply says, "You are all awesome." We have a $5 donation from Gar. Yeah, SGDQ. One of my favorite events of the year. Keep up the great work, guys. $20 from Dante the Inferno. So happy to see Silent Hill 2 being run. It's it's been my favorite game for over a decade. Save the frames and kill the animals. We have $50 from David B. Really excited for the Silent Hill 2 run. It's my favorite game. Horror game. Sorry about that.
Bad manners.
That's not bad. It's kind of stretched. Maybe I should change the...
I'd like to announce again, we have a Silent Hill 2 dev, Jeremy Blaustein. If you would like to interact with him, he's going to be in the QuakeNet IRC chat. His tag is j-blau. He will be trying to answer questions and provide insight on the game. Thank you.
I play with it windowed, usually in like...
It's Jeremy Blaustein who localized it. Did he? He also localized MGS, didn't he?
I can do that because that's what I'm
I
used
think
to.
so. I just read down his
if you
credits
wanna
list. I don't
just grab
remember
it.
if I saw that.
I think it
Let's do
was
that.
MGS. He also localized Snatcher, was it? Did he do Snatcher? I think so.
You just hear like this breathing from the game music.
Getting into it already.
Breathe louder for me. It's kind of like Siren, the breathing simulator game.
Oh God, yeah.
You run a couple of feet and then your character starts breathing forever.
Are we gonna hear a single? We're gonna hear like a single breath, like throughout the duration of the run. I don't think we are we?
What do you mean?
Like he doesn't like stop to catch his breath at all.
And not the way I play.
It's a speed run. You don't have time to breathe. What are you talking?
Actually, he does have a like catching
A
his
stamina
breath.
bar kind
Yeah,
of thing.
and he does have a state where he's catching his breath, and it sounds really, really weird. Like, doesn't sound like breathing. It sounds like scraping metal. Somebody screwed up. I don't know why this isn't doing the thing. Maybe I have to use the windowr. Maybe I got no choice. Yeah, let's see. Let's experiment. Wait a minute, I don't.
What is it? It's stretch or something?
Mm.
I think just if you're okay with it, it should be fine.
Still queuing the audio.
Going to announce a few of our sponsors. Our first one I'm going to announce is Humble Bundle. It's a pay-what-you-want bundle to support charities. And offers bundles for video games, mobile, ebooks, comics, and the Humble Bundle store. Our next is Power Up Audio. It's a indie sound studio. It's from Vancouver, Canada, and they've worked on A Darkest Dungeon, Mushroom 11, and yeah, they're here at SGDQ.
It's on my USB stick. I just tried to stick it in, and it didn't seem to register anything. So it's
We have a $100 donation from Roll Eric. Fantastic event. Lots of fun to watch. Keep up the great work.
I feel like at some point we'll have to explain the astronaut tiger.
Yeah, what's the story behind this astronaut tiger?
Have you played Silent Hill Shattered Memories?
I have not.
Oh man, it's one of the good Western Silent Hills. But it's from a speech in that.
Basically, you're just subjected to this like therapist throughout the game who's trying to analyze you as the player, and then he kind of goes off on a rant and he mentions the tiger in space, and it's just kind of doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So I just kind of eventually sort of adopted it as kind of a mascot, I guess. It's like a thing. Make a thing out of it. Literally no. There we go. Have to do that every time you want to play it.
Yeah, you're familiar with bad horror game ports, right? Silent Hill 2 also has some issues. If you run it on a multi-core system and you don't set it to only run on one core, then it like crashes the sound or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So countdown or
Yeah, I guess so. Are we doing it? Oh. All right.
we
Okay, so 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. So this is a PC port of Silent Hill 2. It's got a couple of quirks to it that make it kind of good for speedrunning. What I just did there is I skipped picking up the map, because normally you have to pick up the map or else James won't go down the stairs. He'll just turn around and be like, I better pick up the map. But using the kind of weirdly implemented, I guess, quick save feature, you can do a couple of different things. You can go through soft triggers that would normally kind of send you backwards. You can refill your stamina meter, which means that he can run full speed.
so you're saying game saved a lot.
Yeah.
Like in these running sections.
Yeah, and anytime you see that text come up, game saved right there, that's not like auto-saving, that's just me just refilling the stamina bar, which is invisible, but it's there. So he can just keep running as quickly as he needs to. There's a couple of other things that you can do, but most of it revolves around skipping a couple of things. You can skip a boss, you can skip some items. So I'll try and point those out as they happen.
On consoles, like a similar like stamina refill thing was to check the map in the dark, so it would pop up with a text like, oh, I can't read this, but it would refill his stamina, because every time a text box pops up, it refills James's stamina,
Because reasons.
shrug.
Yeah.
Normally I don't pick up the chainsaw because it's a new Game Plus item, but I'll pick it up anyway because it's kind of funny.
Yeah, there's a little Easter egg animation you can do with it.
And I'll have some time to do it. This game is typically run on normal difficulty for both action and for the puzzles. You can run it on easy mode, and it's kind of a different route. With normal, the bosses are a little bit more kind of interesting. On easy mode, they just go down with shotgun
you
shells.
just one-shot everything.
Yeah, you just kind of breeze through it. But with normal, the strats are a little bit more kind of interesting. So I prefer running it on normal. It's not a huge time difference, but I mean it is there. So
You get to use a great knife. That's the cool
Yeah.
part.
Yeah, so it's kind of more fun to show off, in my opinion. And here's another thing. I'm keeping this by quick saving a lot, basically mashing it. I'm keeping that text on screen. And that is going to put me through a trigger. Normally, at the first part of the game, you kind of get railroaded to your first monster encounter to pick up the radio and also the
Wooden plank.
Yeah, board with a nail in it. So as your first weapon is your first like little monster encounter, but I don't need to do that. So we can just kind of skip that and go straight to the next thing.
It's like a minute straight of just mashing quick save.
Yeah, it's kind of annoying, but
Remember when we first found out about this glitch, like, at the result screens, it shows you how many times it's saved, and people were getting in, like, the thousands. It's like, you finish the game, it's like, how many times you saved? Normal playthrough, it's like, 20 or 30. It's like, nah, like 3,000.
yeah. It is kind of annoying, but it's fine. There we go. So normally he would look at the kind of bloodstain and then kind of go,
I wonder where that goes.
yeah, so we're not going to do that. We're just going to skip that. I really overestimate how long you have to keep the text up just to be on the safe side so he doesn't get turned around.
It's possible for that to happen if you stop quick saving at this point.
And also because there's a car there. Boop, there it is. So that's kind of the point where I'm like, okay, but now it's definitely like 100% safe, that nothing's going to happen.
I think it's worth mentioning, too, that actually screws up some of the game triggers, like an enemy that's supposed to spawn under this van out here doesn't show up. There's like this camera angle that you enter when you get close to that guy. Not the camera angle, the little like pickup animation, he doesn't do it.
Yeah, so it's faster and
All these weird little like things that don't happen because you don't get the plank.
But yeah, so that's basically what you're going to be seeing as far as glitches, but it's got a couple of interesting side effects.
It's also only useful in overworld sections, so like when we get to the apartments in a minute, it's like you don't have to mash quick save the entire time.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of happy about that. 'Cause you don't,
Yeah, you get a break.
Yeah, you don't lose stamina when you're in buildings. You just run at the same rate, and so it would be kind of, yeah, that would be an annoying kind of thing to have to keep on top of, but you don't have to. Get in there. Okay, so I'm going to be picking up the only weapon I get for the first little bit here, and also the flashlight.
So just mirrors this like the goofiest running animation I've ever seen in my entire life.
There's goofier, trust me. Silent Hill 4 and also Silent Hill 1 come to mind.
Yeah. Harry's got some pretty bad constipation issues. James just likes to briskly jog through everything, and Henry...
I don't even know what's
I don't-
going on with Henry.
Also, James's like attack stance when you're running, he's like holding the plank and you're just running around the town like
Yeah.
he got this intense. Like his torso
And when he's-
doesn't move, so it looks really unnatural.
Yeah, when he strafes too, he's like part of a barbershop quartet.
Yeah, it's this weird like.
There's also a couple of other little things that I have to do in here, even though they don't seem like they would advance anything, but they do. Like there's a couple of cutscenes that I have to trigger. I have to talk to a couple of characters, or else the game's just like, oh, there's a dark force that won't let you pass past this point. I'm just like, okay. So, yeah. It seems like it's kind of unneeded, but it is actually crucial to meet these characters.
Yeah, the key doesn't even spawn after this scream if you don't talk to Laura first, right?
And we've got Pyramid Head there for a second.
I forget if it's talking to Laura or the gun, but you definitely need both. Because I mean, Laura has to move the key anyways.
Even though it's already on the other side of the bars anyway, I don't know. But yeah, you do need to do all that. Hi. Okay. The enemies in this game aren't too bad to deal with, which is really good. There's only a few that get really nasty. The nurses are probably worst offenders. The straitjacket demon kind of type things that you sort of see in the hallways. They can spit acid at you, which is like sometimes it hits you, but it's pretty easy to dodge. But mostly they're just kind of a nuisance because they sort of just stand in the middle of hallways.
If they cluster up and like body block you, because with speedrunning, it's like taking damage is whatever, but if they're straight up not letting you move, that actually sucks.
Yeah, there's a couple of spots later in the game where it's really bad. Excuse me, get in there. Okay. So the puzzles in here do have some RNG elements. Oh, good. So the hands for this clock can be kind of anywhere, but they need to be at 10 after 9. So sometimes you can get the hand starting point like almost right on it, or they can just be on the total other side of the clock, and you just kind of have to sit there.
Yeah, it's a little bizarre. It's always the same solution. I think it's on every single difficulty too. It's always 9-10, but the clock can start random places for some reason.
Yeah.
It's like a little excessive to like program in,
But it's an interesting touch, though.
Yeah, adds to the replay factor, right?
Right, yeah.
Who knows where the clock hands will be next time?
Hi. Okay.
Oh.
Skip the lewd cutscene.
Don't want any of that.
You're gonna watch Eddie barfing.
Get some butt crack on screen.
This run sounds like it might be too hot for Twitch.
A little bit. Okay. Also, another kind of weird difference between the PC and the console versions is that the camera moves quite a bit more sluggishly on the PC version. So here we have a part of the puzzle. You get canned juice, and in true adventure game fashion, you need to find like little odd items to use on other things to complete puzzles. So basically what I need to do is I need to go to a trash chute and put the canned juice in the trash to push out a coin that I need for a future puzzle. So they could have done anything, like it could have been any kind of sufficiently heavy object, and they went with canned juice. So
I think when we heard that the localization, Jeremy was gonna be like in chat or whatever, it's like, okay, that's the first thing that came to mind. It's like canned juice. What was up with that?
So there we go.
I don't know if he's still there, but that's the one burning in my mind.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty elaborate, but horror games do that all the time.
Yeah, right. Like
When you have to collect so many objects to actually perform one simple task.
it's like what was that infamous Flash game with like the banana and like you had to go fishing with a banana or something. It's also just a little weird because it's like you're running from zombies and all this creepy stuff, and it's like, well, I've got my canned juice. Take that with me.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, good. Sometimes these guys can cluster like exactly where you need to go, but usually they're okay.
Isn't that falling animation dropping into the pool normally a little longer?
Yeah, you can use the quick save to skip some text, some animation. Just really, really small saves, but it does add up.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
You can already hear him. There you go.
I can already hear the butt
Oh,
crack.
God.
That's Eddie. That's all you need to know about Eddie.
Yeah, we'll be seeing a lot more of him later.
I'm sure you're all very excited to see more of Eddie.
He's a good guy.
That's basically like Apartments, like first half.
The second half isn't really a half. It's more like a
Yeah, it's not
more
very
like
long.
a quarter.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
especially if you already have all the coin pieces that you need. Yeah, the coins that you need.
Okay.
I still went through the first part of the apartments like 3, 4, 5 times trying to find the other coins, like the first playthrough.
And then we could talk to another
Yeah.
character in here.
Yeah, that's the door that won't open if you don't talk to Eddie first. Mm-hmm. It's kind of a cop-out, I feel like. There's just like a mysterious force is holding it shut.
Yeah, it's just really hand-waved away. Which is kind of weird because this game's otherwise like really, really solid as far as like storytelling and kind of making things make sense. But
It's more like a practical choice. Mm-hmm. They just really want you to meet Eddie.
okay. We can probably have a couple of donations. It's a little slow here.
All right. Just to answer the question about the canned juice.
Oh, yeah.
He said it was a translation thing.
Oh.
So also we have $5 from Nelson Kevin. Recently watched the Silent Hill movie, and seeing that my man Bonesaw on the couch is enough to just get me excited about this run. This donation goes to naming Meow, M-E-W, after my hero childhood, Iwata, in my favorite game series ever, Pokemon. Oh, Mew. Let's have fun and save lives in his honor.
This is the most awkward room to navigate. So we're getting up to the first boss battle, too, which is pretty good. There's a really, really kind of nifty way to do it. There we go.
That never connects.
Hang on.
Gross. It's working.
Aim for the head.
Yeah, he always flubs the first hit. Check out this knife.
Yeah. You're next.
I think it's like 37 or 38 hits.
Oh, there he goes. He's done.
Oh,
Yeah,
Ooh.
all right.
oh hit 7.
Okay.
7 is quick chainsaw.
Oh, 7. There we go.
And then just like don't move.
Okay. Got some time to kill here, so. Okay, fine.
Wait, you have to not move.
Do it. Oh.
Ah.
Dang. Okay, I'll show that off another time then.
Yeah, there's like random times where he'll do it. It's like this Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Like, ah.
Yeah. Anyway.
Plus, it looks way cooler to run around town with a chainsaw.
Yeah.
Do you have to actually have the chainsaw revved up first?
No, you
No,
just,
he was just
it's
about
like,
to do it, but.
Yeah, it's like his idling animation.
Oh, wow.
Okay. And pretty much any time when you're just kind of outside, it's just really just running from one spot to another with not a heck of a lot happening, so you can go ahead with more donations if you'd like. Maybe.
Any donations?
Sorry about that. We have a $50 donation from Neo Bahad. Sans, you made it to SGDQ. And the leap into the void. The great loss of self. The tiger in space. A plea to annihilation. Anyways, glad to see you there and having fun. $20 from Havra. Thank you so much for the amazing work and on these runs, guys. And good luck for the rest of the runners. May the RNG be in your favor. Put in this donation towards the Iwata as the file name for Legend of Zelda of Majora's Mask 3D. Your legacy lives on. Respect peacefully.
Okay, so here I have to pick up this melee weapon. Right now, I do not have a melee weapon. I do not ever need a melee weapon except for in one instance.
Except for the chainsaw, but we'll pretend.
Well, the
that's-
chainsaw.
You don't normally get that.
I don't
yeah.
normally get that. This is just for kicks, but yeah, if you do not have a melee weapon in a certain part of the game, you will get stuck there forever. Pizza.
Did you find the lady you're looking for? What's her name? Mary?
Oh yeah, and there's a plot. Okay.
Yeah, like you only meet the characters in like cutscenes, so this is a very lonely speedrun.
Yeah.
You get Maria to chase you around for a little bit, but she just kind of gets in the way.
Yeah. And I also have, oh,
See?
didn't mean to do that, but yeah, you also have kind of like a semi-escort mission here, but really, like, unlike most escort missions, especially in a speedrun, like, you really do not have to pay her any mind at all, because I think she can die, but you're never in danger long enough for that to be a problem, and you also do not have to wait for her to go through doors. You don't have to wait for her to catch up. You can just do exactly what you need to do, and she just kind of takes care of herself, which is
Yeah,
kind
like
of nice.
on hard difficulty, like it's a problem like in a few places, but
Yeah,
that's pretty much it.
So
The final hallway.
so it really does not get in the way, which is really good. Unlike other games, and especially like Silent Hill 4,
Yeah.
where you really need to wait up for Eileen to disengage from enemies and catch up to you. And
Yeah, half the game's an escort quest, and you can't bring her through doors. She has to like walk up to you, or else she won't follow you through. Mm-hmm. So you can imagine in a speedrun, like you just run across the map, and she's just like kind of hobbling after you.
Yeah.
Like, go faster.
Horror game escort quests, though.
This one's good. Please. So for this hospital, for the first part, there's a couple of randomly generated codes that I need to commit to memory.
Yeah, I think like at least a few other Silent Hill people like will kind of joke around that. That's like the hardest part of the speedrun is like you run into like two 4-digit codes you have to just memorize like instantly.
Yeah, I sometimes write them down, which obviously wastes time, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Sometimes they're easy to remember, so that's always nice. Okay, first one's coming up here. Is 6853.
A lot of runners like for Silent Hill 2 will just like ask people in their chat to just post it. So
Yeah. And then
for all you people watching, if you want to play along,
yeah, and then sometimes you get people who post the wrong number, which is always the friendliest thing to do.
42069s. That's not even 4 digits.
We can make it fit.
Yeah.
That's probably exactly what's happening in Twitch chat right this very second.
What was it, 6853?
53.
That's right. Please, Holly. This is always the same, so.
Yeah, that's why the codes suck, is you have to do all this other stuff before you can even use it.
And we're just going to drop her off here. Meet up with her later.
Really, you actually cannot input that code without doing any of the other stuff.
You can't do it without checking where you find the codes.
Oh.
Like the solutions are completely random. People have tried documenting like every single solution, but
There's
you can't-
there's no
yeah.
pattern or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you cannot brute force the code. It's absolutely not possible. Even if you segment the code, like the code is actually
2141? See, this one's always fun because the blood smear kind of occasionally do not look like numbers. So that's nice.
yeah, the code is set pretty much every time you enter the hospital, and you absolutely have to examine the carbon paper and the blood stain on the wall in order
Those
to be able to do it.
Those mannequin ladylike things are almost completely harmless every single time. So whenever they actually land a hit, I always just find it really funny. Oops. Okay, so this was 68.
5-3.
53. This one.
21-41.
Thank you.
Or you could just use the chainsaw.
That wouldn't be fair.
It wasn't. Okay. I wasn't going to say anything, but the last digit almost looked like it could have been like a really messed up 9.
Yeah, I know.
That's the blood smear one, those can be really hard to read sometimes.
Yeah. What's nice is that if there is a digit that you just genuinely do not know what it is, you can just kind of try cycling through the combination lock and it'll just
Yeah,
land,
put in the other 3 and
yeah,
just...
land on whatever the right one is. So
Here we have the other, like, point-and-click adventure solution. Mm-hmm. You gotta fish a key out of a drain. Just go find some hair and a hook that's stuck in a teddy bear.
yeah, it's fine. Okay. And this next boss coming up is kind of the most, I find it the most sort of difficult and hard to deal with boss out of all of them. Well, you find that with this game, all of the bosses have a way that you can really like either manipulate them or beat them in kind of a simple sort of way. This one, not so much. It's a lot more kind of RNG, a lot more kind of going on. Please, there we go. So we'll see how lucky I get. Okay. No strangling, no.
Enemies can't hit each other, right?
I don't know if they actually damage each other. I think it's just... Ah, dang.
Their feet are like magnets.
Yeah, seriously. They got reach. Yeah, this is not the greatest fight. It is also kind of random a little bit too how much damage that they take before they go down. Sometimes it's 3 shots, sometimes it's like 5. Okay, you're done. They got 1 more.
So the way the health mechanics in this game work, if I recall correctly, you have to be at 1 HP before anything can actually kill you.
I don't know. Maybe.
I think
Okay.
we have
Whoa there. All right.
That is to say, like you can soak up like a ton of damage, but you don't actually die until the next hit after you're at 0 HP.
That sounds reasonable.
Yeah, I don't think we have a timer like SH split, like the timer that'll actually read the like the memory value for like the current in-game time, but I don't think we have one for health. So I'm not like 100% sure.
I think it was Raj who told me about it.
Yeah, that would make sense. He would know.
Yeah, definite shout-outs to Ragecast, Big Man Japan, and whoa there, Shunpuck. They've all done like quite a lot of work with this game. Big Man Japan's the current world record holder for normal and easy, and pretty much probably every category except for 10-star.
Yeah, he just got some new footage accepted to SDA also. So that was really cool.
Yeah, he's really good. So, and the 3 of them have done like quite a bit of research into the game to find little skips and big ones. So, yeah.
Yeah, Big Man Japan's one was basically like ground out like the regular any percent until like it was optimized, and then just basically started just running like the segmented run. And it's like the slightest bit of RNG that doesn't like work out. It's like, reset.
Jay.
Oh, hi.
He also has like a pretty solid trick for brute forcing the briefcase like at the end.
Oh yeah, we can go over that later. That part's crazy.
Yeah, I'll be doing safer stuff than that.
Yeah. That's like the only randomized solution that you can actually brute force, because there's like 20 different solutions, but it's still possible to just keep flipping around out of any of the 20.
Yeah, there's
more than 20
dozens.
or like there's like
Yeah.
there's like a ton until you actually get the solution.
Yeah, that's why even like the really good runners, it's like you go through the apartments, you get to the clock, And if the hour hand is like not close to 9, then you just reset.
Oh,
Because it takes like,
wow.
it'll take like 2 seconds or it'll take like 12 seconds, but either way, that's gonna, it's like unacceptable.
Well, it's early enough, too, that it's not a huge deal. But, yeah, what we're talking about is the late in the game, there's a 4-letter word code that you input, basically, and you get the solution to it, and then you put it into a combination lock, and it can be really, like, there are dozens of possibilities for what it could be. So you can either go slightly out of your way to get the item, or you can try and guess. And if you don't really get it on, like, I think the first 7 or 8 possibilities, then you're losing time. So if you're a keener, you can go for it, but I'm not going to do that today. Okay, we're almost out of the hospital.
Yeah, the hallway coming up is the one that Maria likes to die in on hard mode.
Dang.
This one right here, because yeah, she takes like 1 or 2 hits from Pyramid Head, who's going to be chasing you in a minute. And if she dies, then it's game over. Yeah, see?
Oh.
See?
Oh, she's trapped.
Yep, but whatever. Gotta save myself.
I mean, the ultimate irony being that in the very next cutscene,
Yeah, she...
right here, she gets impaled and dies anyways. So. This might actually be a good donation time.
Yeah, for the next little bit, I'm running from one side of the town to another to grab a couple of items to head off into the next area. There's a little bit of skipping that I have to do, but it's not a whole lot, so basically it's just a lot of running. So it's a really good time for donations or for comments or anything like that.
All right, so we have a $10 donation from TDAWG91. I don't know.
Oh, T-Dog.
T-Dog, okay. This is Yosan and Couch. Still really sad I couldn't run the game myself and meet you guys in person due to reasons you all well know. But hey, at least they're still running the game. Could you ask Jeremy what the story was with the canned light bulbs in the hotel?
Oh God, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And good luck on the rest of the run.
Yeah, T-Dog was originally slated to be running this game, but unfortunately he had some problems with travel, so I'm just kind of filling in.
All right, and then we have a $50 anonymous donation, and it says, save the game, save the frames. And then a $20 donation from Miles. Just got back from a graveyard shift at my job, and I'm happy to come to such a happy-go-lucky game. Yeah. But seriously, Silent Hill 2 is a pinnacle of survival horror experience, and I absolutely love it. Here's $20 to such a great run, and the singing at the end of the credits of Song Mighty, and it goes to the singing of the credits at the Song of Mighty Switch Force 2, because Rescue Girl is the greatest anthem of ever written.
Am I gonna get hit?
Yeah, the little footsies guys.
Yeah.
We have a $30 donation from I Am Catzilla. So if you see Silent Hill during this year's SGDQ, stay up just to watch it. Good luck on the run.
The trigger skip that you mentioned earlier is coming up.
Because I have to backtrack through the same way that I came, I've got to keep text on the screen. Luckily for me, there's a kind of a handy way of doing that.
Yeah, the trigger that tries to get you to go get the plank is still in play because you're still in the same overworld, right? So you have to, like, this is the quick way to skip it.
So, wait, the game will just straight up crash, or will it?
No, it'll turn you around.
It'll
James
be
will,
like, I should go follow that blood trail
yeah, and James will
at
kind
the
of
beginning of the game.
turn in circles and really not go anywhere. So you got to do this. And also the lighting's kind of
Yeah, it's all messed up.
messed up too. A wrench just kind of appears. That's good.
Oh, hey, I didn't realize that could.
Whoops.
Yeah, you can actually just mash quick save to get through a soft trigger like that, but eventually it'll try to turn you around no matter what, because that's what it normally does. It looks super funny if you try to do it, because the game just like tries to spin him around, so he's just like running in circles, like impossibly tight circles.
Yeah, so you can go ahead now with more donations or comments.
We have a $5 donation from Pansy. Love SGDQ. Glad to finally... It's finally here. I can't wait to see for an entire week of loads of fun. Good luck on all the runs, and thank you, Pansy. We have a $5 donation from Walden. Good luck, SanGillespie or Gillespie?
Gillespie.
Okay, I never asked that. And thanks for being brave enough to run such a spoopy game. Also, shout-outs to the people who waved to the camera awkwardly during intermission.
Yeah.
And finally, we have a $30 donation from Kennedy Owen. I see my main man Bonesaw is on the couch for Silent Hill 2 run. I have had to give him an early shout out to the Boneswag, since unfortunately I won't be staying up late enough to watch his run. But anyways, best of luck to all the runners, and may all your runs be to Ernst. Also, kill the animals. Sorry, Bonesaw. But as an American, I say the deed has to be done.
It's okay. I don't blame you. I don't even want to stay up for my run.
So like the whole town itself is like the setting for this giant puzzle kind of thing you have to do. This is like the last of the little like checkpoints you gotta go in.
Well,
I've totally had a run where I've like gotten to this point without the wrench, and it's like you have to run like all the way back.
yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. Do the people of Silent Hill just have way too much time on their hands to be like putting intricate little things into the ground and into their desks? And
Yeah, it's like the same as Resident Evil with the car battery, right?
Yeah.
Oops.
Just shove it in a statue, put an overly elaborate puzzle to hide it.
Hide
Yeah.
fake jewels behind burning paintings.
It's just small town, kind of not much going on, I guess. So this is the final kind of stretch before I actually get to where I need to go. But then right after that, I have to run down a hallway for a full minute because atmosphere. So, but then after that, things pick up like right away. So, because I'll be doing a puzzle skip. There's a puzzle that comes up, and basically it is just the worst kind of RNG you could ever like want. You're given a keypad, and 3 or 2 of the keys are illuminated. And quiet cocktails. And you also need to just like guess which combination it is. Like there's no hints, there's no kind of logic to it. You just have to guess a 3-digit code.
Meanwhile, you're being attacked by bugs.
Yeah. But luckily, we can skip that on PC, which is really good because that puzzle is just not really fair.
Remember Raj mentioned during this in the boat at the end, if you alt-tab out of the game after, like, while you're holding a button, it'll hold your input. So you can just, like, hold up and run and then alt-tab out and go use the bathroom or something. And he'll just, like, be running down the stairs when you get back.
Nice.
So it's a full minute before you get to the very bottom, huh?
Yeah, I think I timed it was. It was like 55 seconds or so.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's kind of like the inverse of the stairs in Super
So
Mario.
It's a lot of
Go
moving.
refresh your drinks. Go, like, take a breather.
There's a Big Daddy down here somewhere. Hey!
Just so you guys know, Jay Blau said the canned light bulbs, he says he doesn't know why they were canned.
Well, for freshness, obviously.
So we're all on the same page here.
So, yeah, he just, like earlier, we were talking about the canned juice. Like he said, it was like a translation thing, but he didn't really specify what kind of translation thing.
Oops, That is not a stick. So this is the part here where if you do not have a melee weapon, you cannot go through this passage here. So you'll just be stuck in the well.
Yeah, normally like casual playthrough, it's not a problem because they make you get the plank, but if you skip it, then you're just kind of screwed.
Oops.
This is the infamous bug room.
So this is the only time we do like a quick save, quick load trick. So now the key.
See if it's duped.
Yeah, it's.
Yep.
So it's still in the room. It's also in my inventory. Not that. That battery was actually supposed to be used for that puzzle because your flashlight goes out. So you have to put a battery back in, and then when the light comes back on, everything's covered in bugs. But no, it's just going to stay in my inventory now forever because I never used it. This guy's hopefully not going to follow me in here.
Yeah, that
Oh,
doorway. Oh, come on.
You jerk.
Go, go.
Look at that. He's just wiggling.
There you go.
There we go.
Oh,
He didn't spit either. It's
that's
nice.
very close.
Yeah.
Do we have time for a few donations?
Yeah, for a little bit.
All right. So we have a $20 donation from Nate68. Also see this game being run. I've spent countless hours running this game before school back in the day. Great work for a great cause. And a $20 donation from Anonymous. Great to see Silent Hill speedrunning on the display again at SGTQ. Especially the great seeing SanGillespie. I'm sorry, I'm having problems with that. Show her skills on the grand stage. Hopefully one day I can showcase Silent Hill 4 and Eileen's wonderful escorting mechanics.
Oh, yeah,
Techie
that'd
mentioned
great.
that it took me to the totally stress-free world to record that curse of me, no frustration at all. These events are always fantastic, and I'm glad to give whatever support I can. Keep going on the great work.
All right. You completed the puzzle.
Scary. And now I got a horseshoe. So yeah, there's another kind of really,
Kind of a goofy solution.
yeah, very abstract kind of little puzzle here. It's coming up. So you need a horseshoe, you need a wax doll, and you need a lighter. And I'll let you kind of ponder that if you don't know what the solution is or what they're for.
How does James know that he's going to need these things in advance to be able to just MacGyver this stuff together?
Yeah, at least for like the canned juice, like maybe he's thirsty, you know? He's like wax
Yeah,
doll.
so-
Like it's a
yeah.
creepy little like weird one too.
Yeah, he's like thirsty.
Oh, this is
suddenly he's
great.
not
I'll take this
thirsty.
with me.
Yeah.
And this is what it is. Look at that. I made a handle.
Jasper from Silent Hill 4. Chocolate.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, the chocolate milk.
milk.
So thirsty.
Oh man, that was awesome. It's a series of like this whole part just jumping down holes.
Yeah. Okay, so minute-long elevator. Let's see if I can. All right, we'll just sit here. This will be fun.
I think he only does it if there's like an enemy nearby, but I could be wrong.
He's looking at something. Maybe you can't do that.
He really wants those rifle shells.
Well, I'm not picking up the rifle, so.
How long does it take on average before he does it?
It's I'm not sure. I want to say like 8 to 10 seconds.
Try revving it? Oh.
Okay, fine. I gotta reload the shotgun anyway. Okay, we're almost out of here. You can go ahead with donations for a bit longer if you want.
We have one donation of $6 from Patrick70. Silent Hill 2 is one of my all-time favorite games, and one of the few games I sincerely find scary. It's fascinating, almost a little sad, to see all these other survival horror games played so well that they're not even scary anymore. Good luck to all the runners, and yeah.
Say hi to Pyramid Head there. And we're going to steal his stuff. So this is pretty much what makes the normal difficulty kind of really doable. It's getting that great knife. Really glad this puzzle only has like one solution.
Yeah, this is a huge pain.
Hey, guess who?
Probably would have been too much trouble to make a bunch of boxes with a bunch of doors. Get them all to work properly.
This whole part of the game just feels like a series, just like running into Maria, and then she dies, and then you run into her again, and she dies again.
Mm-hmm. And then this is the part where I think a lot of people could have a lot of trouble, because you don't get a map, like a proper map, for this little area here. So it's really easy to get lost if you're playing casually, but it is always the same route. And there's also a second Pyramid Head who's down here somewhere, but if you follow the route for speedrunning, you never run into him, which is really good. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Nope. That guy's always a jerk. Sometimes you can sneak by him, but you always have to like shove him out of the way. Yeah. You too.
Whoa. That was kind of unlucky.
Yeah.
Oh, boss skip is coming up too.
Oh, yeah, that's right. So there should be a boss coming up here, but you can just skip through the trigger for this room. Okay. Pretty much the same way that you skip through other stuff, just by keeping that text on the screen.
Newspapers are sufficiently more interesting than bosses.
Mm-hmm. And this is another kind of RNG puzzle. It's kind of a gamble.
Go, go, go.
It's blind arsonist. See if I get it.
1 in 6, baby. Let's see it.
Yeah, 1 in 6 chance that you can skip part of the puzzle. I did not get it. I haven't gotten it in such a long time. Okay, so that means basically the point of the puzzle is that you have to...
This is the exact
That's the
opposite.
arsonist.
Yeah, really. For normal difficulty, you always have to pick out which one is the arsonist out of the hanging figures, and then you have to go to the corresponding noose and pull it to get the key. You can try and guess the nearest one, but unfortunately, if you get it wrong, it does waste like a good minute. But if you get it right, it's really, really beneficial.
Plus, it spawns some jerks.
Yeah, but you can also opt to just not try and guess and just actually look at all the bodies and do what you're supposed to do. It's kind of break even. And then we'll have another boss to deal with right away. after a couple more rooms. And Maria's dead.
Okay. Cue sad music. You get all the sad music without actually like meeting any of the characters.
Yeah, really.
I don't think there's not a whole lot of reverence for characters in speedruns.
No. And it's too bad because the plot of this game and the storytelling is really, really good. But you really don't get a feel for it in a speedrun. Okay, so we're going to be meeting up with Eddie again.
Who I guess the stream only knows for his charming butt crack from the beginning of the game.
So just two guys shooting each other in a room. Okay.
So the wind-up for the great knife takes too long?
I prefer not to use it.
Oh.
Come here.
This is where Eddie beats some meat.
Yeah. He's trying to punch me, but he's punching meat instead. And he doesn't realize it, so he just kind of keeps trying.
Eddie, no.
Oh, no.
His dying scream. So good.
So yeah, that's a really fun boss fight, but you can get some bad AI in there if you screw up the first part of it, where you're just kind of shooting him.
First, it is pretty funny to hit him with a great knife when it actually does connect.
Yeah, when it
'Cause he
does
just, like-
connect,
he just,
it's
like-
great.
He just like flies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it's just a little,
Yeah.
yeah.
So the rowboat here.
Yeah, this is where
Yeah, and like
the second alt tab
I
part.
like hard mode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's funny because the game actually records how long it took you to do the boat part and will tell you on your results screen, like, hey, this was your boat time, if you care.
Yeah,
Yes.
like highlight it like it's ranked or something. Like, oh, you did really good for this part.
Yeah.
Yeah. The PS2 version on hard mode, you have to use both analog sticks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
you
roll
have to
them.
actually
Yeah.
like do a rowing motion
Yeah,
with
just like both
the
analog
analog
sticks.
sticks.
But then, yeah, try doing hard mode one-handed sometime. You'll find yourself doing a weird thing here.
Yeah.
Just trying to get it to row in the right direction.
We did it. All right. So this is the last, I guess, stage.
The last level.
Yeah. Where you're collecting music boxes. But
Yeah, I always love the one outside. Like that's like if you just run past it and just don't notice it.
so I'm
Running
gonna-
around the hotel, where's this item? It's just-
Yeah, it's outside. So I'm going to grab the item down here that makes it possible for me to not have to guess the word combination. Which doesn't take too long, which is good.
Would this be a good time to do donations?
Just one sec.
Okay.
Ghost piano? I guess not. Okay, now you can.
We have a $50 donation from Electric Blue 107. Thanks a lot for doing what you do, what you're all doing. Kudos to you. All my hard games are sitting in my Steam account and remain unplayed. And $5 from an internal enigma. Hello to San, Techie, and the rest of the Silent Hill speedrunning community. I'm glad to see San showing off her skills on Silent Hill 2 and on the grand stage. I can confirm Techie's statement on Eileen's escort mechanics in Silent Hill 2 being anger-inducing. They all know too well. These events are always wonderful, and I'm glad to support any way I can. And finally, $10 from Ellie Creepter. Second GTQ ever caught live, first time donating. Exciting to see a fellow female speedrunner center stage. Fantastic event. Great cause, amazing runs, save the animals.
Okay, what's my word of the day? Aw. That's cute.
Usually it's like kill or something like that.
So yeah, there's a whole host of words that it could be.
Loon,
Oops.
loun, lawn.
Oh my god. Okay. There it is. You can get mama, you can get dose, you can get kill, you can get hell, you can get damn, you can get time, you can get love. That's
You can
kinda
spell
nice.
out dank. It's not one of their words, but good to know. You can spell out meme. We love playing Silent Hill too.
Uh-oh.
Oh yeah, cool. The weight limit here is some cool trivia.
Yeah. Weight limit is exactly one person, is what it says.
What a great elevator.
Yeah.
But you can skip those 2 items.
Implying that they're not real. Which is actually pretty cool. But yeah, you have to, it's basically just the game's way of like tying one hand behind your back by taking away all your items for a short period of time. Oop, there we go. But there's not a heck of a lot down here that can do you much harm, and you can always find more health items and things down here to help you. But you don't have your flashlight, and you don't have your weapons. And you can go ahead and keep reading for a bit if you like.
I would actually like to take this moment to promote Doctors Without Borders. Doctors Without Borders is an international medicine humanitarian organization providing aid to nearly 70 countries to people whose survival is threatened due to violence, neglect, or catastrophe. This is primarily due to armed conflicts, epidemics, exclusion from healthcare, natural disasters, or malnutrition. MSF provides independent, impartial assistance to those most needed. MSF reserves the rights to speak out and bring attention to neglected crises to challenge the independent incompetence or abuse of the aid system.
By the way, this is the can of light bulbs.
Unmarked can, what could it be? Nice.
Can't light
Light
bulbs.
bulbs.
Is can't light bulbs like a
Yeah,
Canadian thing?
They're fresh, right?
Canned light bulbs, bagged milk. Can't go wrong.
And you need it to put it in the spotlight so you can see the door to unlock it. So,
Right next to this brightly lit jukebox.
Yeah.
yeah, so yeah, pretty crucial. Important step. Oh, those are they're a smaller version of the boss that I skipped. They're kind of roaming around, but they really don't ever get in your way. You can just shove them around like I did earlier.
Yeah, it's very handy how that was programmed that they let you like push the enemies around.
Yeah. All right, so we're getting fairly close to the end now. We've got a little bit more running around and then 2 bosses, and then that's pretty much it.
It's the awkward music boxes.
Yeah. One kind of, like, the gameplay for this game is really, really solid, but the only kind of complaint that I have is that it's really precise and picky about where you're standing, where you're facing, to be able to interact with some objects. Oh, well, there it is.
This, of course, being the part, like the big plot twist here, which is, it's in the cutscene we skip, of course, but like, you know, the hotel kind of goes to hell.
warp doors. There we go. Weirdly generous health items.
Yeah, suspicious, right?
Yeah. Wonder what's coming up.
Maybe they're just being really kind.
Yeah.
Maybe you've been running around a lot and they thought you could use a tasty beverage.
Oh, this is a bar after all.
Yeah.
Yeah, really. Can I take the rest of the balls?
What? Went from a wet environment to everything
To
is
being
on
on
fire.
fire.
Yeah, that's actually where you kind of intersect with another character there. Oops.
No, it's just Angela. It's always like that for her.
Yeah. No big deal. Okay, so
These guys get cheap shots in sometimes.
yeah, really.
This is the room with the 9 save points.
Yeah. Whatever. Okay, so now we got 2 pyramid heads, and a gut step. This is what you do, you just wiggle away. So they don't make a jam sandwich.
Yeah, they have this awkward like AI quirk where like they're I guess like how they try to attack you changes like depending on how you're focused on them. So like switching like that is kind of keeps you from getting stabbed as much.
Yeah, you'll still get hit a couple of times, but it's way
Yeah,
way
like
less
this is
times.
not doable at all if you don't do the weird little wiggle thing.
How well does that work in hard mode?
Well, the mechanic's still the same. I think they just take more damage.
Yeah, imagine if you healed a lot more, it'd be fine, but like you'd have to tank like really hard.
Yeah, there's one strat that's very specific to hard mode, but it's kind of difficult to set up. Where you just like bounce the great knife off the wall, and it just causes like a sort of impromptu second swing, and just continually
right.
damages them. But it's only doable in hard mode. Why is that?
I haven't really looked into it, so I don't know. But I bet Ragecaster Big Man would know.
Yeah, Red was all about the 10-star. I think
Mary?
that's something he might know.
What do you
Yeah.
want, James?
I brought you some flowers.
The race to the end.
I don't want any damn flowers. Just go home already.
Mary, what are you saying?
Look, I'm disgusting. I don't deserve flowers.
Damn
Between the
flowers.
disease and
Oh, weird. I usually don't hear that last sentence.
Between the disease and what? Oh yeah, these stairs. The
They are the worst.
yeah, like you can't like run up them at full speed properly, so they're like so you just run sideways up.
Can you equip the plank?
Oh yeah,
There he goes.
there we go.
Exit stage right.
All right, final boss. Hello.
Hot.
So if you stand near the bed, she really can't do anything to you.
Yeah,
But-
she has her little stabby tail. It doesn't really work.
Yeah. Ow. Hey.
It worked.
What did I just say? Yeah. But she can also get the odd cheap shot in, and also swing around so that you're vulnerable. Yep. Just like that. There we go.
There we go.
You ready to call time?
And time now.
Just so you know, your time was 1:02:13.
All right. Boat stage time was 57 seconds. Good.
It's good boat stage.
Yeah. Sub 1 boat stage.
It's 453 saves.
Yeah, right.
All right, well, that's PC version Silent Hill 2. So obviously console version is different because you can't do any of the quick save stuff. You sort of have to play the game.
It's like basically glitchless.
Yeah, there's a couple of little things you can do, but not quite as much. So
All right, so we're good.
I think we're good.
All right, give it up for SanGillespie and her amazing run of Silent Hill 2. Coming up next, we have Stranglehold by Bonesaw, and then we'll run a quick ad for Tiny Build. Thanks for watching.